Hey, this is Psylacus. Today I'm going to be unboxing for you a brand new case from Steiger Dynamics. They're actually a system integrator, so they make computers for you to purchase on a web-based operation, but they're very unique. They have designed a completely from the ground up case that is designed for the HTPC to be used in your living room, hence where I'm at basically right now. So I'm going to unbox this case so you guys can check it out. Let's get started. So the case itself is square. The box is also square. It comes with a lot of packing material. Now normally when you get this case, I've already had it opened up to inspect it so that I can learn a little bit about it. And then I had to seal it up and take it back. I actually had the privilege of actually going to their workshop and getting to see them work on them and how they design this case and a whole lot of other things to go into it. So they have two different sets of this. This one here is the air-cooled one, and they also gave me all the parts for the water-cooled one, which is also custom. So I'll show you those so you can see what it's like if you buy one of these. Now, obviously this isn't supposed to be the most inexpensive of all cases. This is similar to a luxury PC, something that you would have, sitting in a home theater room at your home. Obviously they set out to make a case design that was going to be visually appealing to be sitting on, next to your TV, next to your speakers, whatever else you're doing. I know there's been a lot of talk about 4K TVs, but since they are still a little ways off, this will help prepare for when that day comes. That hopefully maybe one day you and myself can afford. That is some serious heavy grade. I mean, listen to this cardboard. Wow. Okay, so obviously reinforced on all sides, ensuring that whenever your case comes, that it is thoroughly protected. And a cat that is extremely intrigued with this whole process. Obviously, another box inside of the box. So I've actually already been in here before. As I was saying earlier, I was at the shop having them show me everything that goes into this case. And first things first, there's a binder. The binder is normally full of like driver information, warranty, information about what's in your system, yada yada yada. But you still get it because it's part of the case. They just bundle it all together. It says Steiger Dynamics on it. Obviously on the side, it's kind of a cloth feeling, emblemized. Here are some fan grill, so you don't stick your fingers into the fan. And then a little box here of all sorts of goodies. It says Steiger Dynamics. It's nice and texturized. Feels very nice. Okay, so a bunch of clips to help sort your wires. A USB 3.0 adapter. Since there's some pretty tight spaces, you have to use this. Now, note that if you use this kind of adapter, they provide it to you knowing that there are some cases out there that don't, some motherboards that don't have the 3.0 placement in a good spot for where they have their radiators. So they provide this to you. Now, please note that you don't get as good as a throughput because the fact that these are unshielded. That's not that it's going to destroy anything that you have, it's just that it's going to make it so the speed isn't as good because there's not as much shielding. So for those of you that have boards that have a spot that's different on the motherboard, that you can still use your USB 3.0 front panel. Tons of little screws, some standoffs, lots of little rubberized screws too, more cable management. They also include a front bezel for your CD-ROM or DVD-ROM or Blu-ray drive. I guess they give you two in case you mess one up. But that way your CD-ROM drive matches nicely with the very heavy-duty case. So you can kind of see what it looks like. I mean, that's some super thick aluminum. I don't know if you can see that. But I mean, next to my finger, it's pretty thick there. So, alright, let's package that back up. Let's set this off to the side. Out with the phone. inside is the case itself. So let's pull it out gently. Use the CD-ROM drive as a way to hoist it out. Once again, lots more foam inside to keep it safe. So let's move the box off to the side. Alright. So let's unbox the case itself. Alright, and one last thing I wanted to show that was in this foam that I didn't get the chance to talk about is a Steiger dynamic remote. This remote has been branded. It does everything from starting your system to starting your TV. Allows you to control all sorts of different stuff on your computer itself. Put some batteries in it and you're good to go. Once again, this is obviously centered to be an HTPC. So let's talk about the case. If you guys ever seen an AV unit, then they're very similar. This is extremely heavy duty. You'll see that it has a screen in the front, and let's set this down gently. You can see the nice screen in the front. I think it's 800 by 400, so it's very crisp, very clean, even from sitting on your sofa. We can open this up here. Nice heavy gauge aluminum. USB 3.0, SD card, headphones, audio, and your power button vandal switch. It has obviously feet on it as well. It says Steiger Dynamics. This is where your CD-ROM tray will be, and the button here allows you to open and close it, as well as a little front panel that covers this here so that it matches with the actual case itself. Now some of you are probably wondering why this looks all it's because it's obviously covered with a protective film. There's two screws, slides out, pulls out. One thing to note is that they have a nice foam all the way around the edges here, so you don't scratch bare metal to bare metal and make horrible noises. But one thing I want you to notice is the heaviness and high grade aluminum they use. Brushed aluminum all the way in and out, extremely thick. I'll show you an example on, here's the door, or the top of the door, and you can see the thickness of the metal. I brought in a penny so you can kind of get the idea of the thickness. I mean, the penny pales in comparison. I mean, it'd probably take 3 pennies to equal the width of this actual case itself. Extremely high quality. I mean, this thing doesn't even flex. It is incredibly thick. And this is obviously designed to to look beautiful sitting on your audio visual rack. So anyway, hopefully if you buy this kind of case, this is girlfriend or wife approved, sitting there. It should look nice. Once again, I'll tilt it back up to the front. Extremely nice. You can see the back of it. Obviously space for most normal sized motherboards, full ATX power supply. Once again, this is Psylacus, and this is my unboxing of the Steiger Dynamic case. Stay tuned for the actual going through the case and working out all of what makes this case special, as well as turning it on, installation of hardware. I plan to go in great detail with this case. It's not every day that I get to deal with something that's extremely custom. Normally when I get a case, I mean, there can be great cases, but everybody can have them. I can walk into a room and go, that's what that case is. This, you walk in and people go, wow, what is that? So anyway, stay tuned. We'll talk about this a little bit later, as well as we'll go into a little bit more about who Steiger Dynamics is, what their goal is, what their concepts are, and what they're bringing to the table that I think is truly unique. Anyway, once again, this is Psylacus. You can check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Like me there, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.